Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, welcome to my first video for my Easter weekender. And where am I? I'm at the gorgeous Bempton Cliffs. So, here for a bit of bird photography. Now, woke up early this morning, literally got up and was getting dressed at sunrise. There was no sunrise at all, you can see by this cloud. It's looking nice now though. But I wanted to get down here early to kind of beat the crowds, because technically it doesn't open till 9:30. I've been here since about 7 o'clock this morning, so I've been here for probably good 40 minutes now. And what I'm looking at doing is I'm actually looking at practicing some birds in flight. I was going to do bird portraiture, but it's still very early in the season and there aren't many birds like chilling out on the cliffs and stuff, so it would make it a little bit more difficult. Now, another reason that I came down early this morning is because I wanted to actually come down and get the best light that I possibly could. Now, I'll talk more about light later on. I'm going to see if I can actually capture any more birds in flight. It is quite windy today, so it is making it a little bit difficult. So yeah, I'll pop up any decent pictures that came out in the first lot, and then we'll go back to trying to capture some more birds. The camera's probably bouncing around everywhere at the moment because it's still really quite breezy. Just taking a break from the photography just to have some coffee and check back in with you guys as well. So yeah, as I'm going to come back to the whole two reasons why I wanted to come down at Bempton so early. One of the reasons is, as I say, to avoid the crowds. Now, it doesn't open till 9:30, so it's still early in the season. It is only March, but I wanted to sort of come down and get a load of photography done, bit of film work before we get many more people down here. I think that's a fauna that's just gone right over my head. Typical. As I say, the second reason as well is all to do with the light. Now, obviously the best time of day that you can come out and do your wildlife photography is probably from sunrise, a couple of hours after, probably a couple of hours before sunset. Failing that, obviously you want a really overcast day where the light is diffused and it's not harsh. Obviously midday sun is really, really harsh, so if there's some cloud in the sky, it doesn't tend to be too bad. Now, that's one of the main reasons I'd say I've come down so early this morning rather than going onto a location for doing some landscape photography. I wanted to come down and get some early morning light for the birds. Unfortunately, we didn't really have any. There was no real sunrise. There was a bit of colour in the sky, but nothing major. It wouldn't have been any good for landscapes anyway, so I don't feel like I missed out with having a cracking sunrise. Now, you can probably see it has just gone behind a cloud, but the sun is coming in from this way, and there's a YouTuber from Canada, does a lot of wildlife and landscape photography, called Simon D'Entremont. You've probably seen some of his videos if you watch anything to do with wildlife photography. He is all over YouTube. Absolutely cracking guy, great photography. And he gave one bit of advice that I'm now always trying to follow, and that is shoot into your shadows. Now, what he means by that is obviously make sure that the light is behind you and you are photographing out. So obviously I've got the sun here, my shadow is pointing that way, so I'm shooting out in that direction. That means that it will light up the birds from that front perspective. So yeah, great tip and really helpful when it comes to talking about the light. So my camera's going to fall over in a minute, so I'm going to sign out now, have a bit more coffee, and yeah, we'll come back and chat a bit more in a bit. I'll crack some more photography done as well. Okay, it's another session of photography done. I'm going to head back to the car for a minute though, because I am absolutely frozen. I need fresh coffee, and yeah, it's been a great session of photography this morning. The sun's just coming out again, which is warming up the world a bit, but yeah, it's currently feels like temperatures of 1 degree, and obviously that wind really doesn't help. There's some big clouds in the sky as well, which means the sun keeps disappearing behind them, but yeah. So photography wise, it's mainly been the gannets, and as much as I love gannets, there are only so many photos that I can really take of them. I think I've had a relatively successful morning photographing them. There was the rumours that there's been some puffin sightings across the country, so I was a little bit hopeful that there'd be some down here, but I've not seen any signs of them at all, which is a shame, but I kind of expected it anyway. When I initially made this plan, it was only like 2 days ago that there'd been some puffin sightings already in this country, so yeah, I think I was just a bit hopeful. But yeah, I'll keep the camera out as I'm walking back. Obviously I don't want to miss any photos, and then we'll come back, we'll have a little chit chat further on. I might actually make my way to a different viewpoint as well, because at present I'm currently at the Jubilee Corner, which is my favourite place to shoot from Bempton, that I know of. Anyway, there might be a couple of better locations that I'm not aware of, but yeah, we'll catch up again shortly. Okay, so back at Bempton Cliffs again. I've had some brekkie. I drove over to the Headlands Cafe in Flamborough. Got one of them big breakfasts. Tell you what, for £7.95, it's an absolute bargain. Anyway, enough about food. Now, before I actually go back to the cliffs, the good thing about RSPB Bempton Cliffs is that they also have quite a bit of scrub area where there's a lot of smaller birds. Now, it tends to be quite a haven for migratory birds, but I think we're still a little bit too early, being in March. I think another month or two and this might be a bit more of a haven. I've not really seen much at the moment, other than a pigeon and a robin. But this is just this one area. It's quite exposed as well, so I think it'd probably be more interesting. Yeah, there's a robin just over there in that scrub there. It might be more interesting in a month or two when I come back. But let's have a wander around the scrubs and see if there's anything else we can see. Okay, that's probably really windy down the microphone, but I just wanted to check in and just basically say that was really good, those little scrub areas with the small birds in. Saw some chaffinches, goldfinches, tits, sparrows. Yeah, it was nice just to get a few shots away, and hopefully you'll have seen them and they came out all right. So I'm going to make my way back down to the cliffs. Now, the problem we've got is, at the moment, it looks like behind me it's just really overcast, which wouldn't be too bad. But there's a lot of break in the cloud as well, so the sun keeps shining through and goes really harsh. So it's going to be a very hit and miss remainder of this shoot. So yeah, I'm going to make my way to the cliffs now. Let's see what seabirds we can see when we get down there this time. Probably just more gannets. Okay, so that's me done for this video. Yeah, that was good. Really enjoyed that. It's nice getting some practice of birds in flight. And like I say, we've been quite lucky with the light as well, because when it could have been harsh, it's been softened by the amount of cloud that's in the sky and stuff, so it's not actually been that bad. There's been times when it's come out, it's been quite heavy, but yeah, with this cloud coverage, it looks more blue behind me, but with cloud coverage over where the sun is, it's meant that it has actually managed to yeah, make shooting a lot easier. So yeah, remember your light. It's always something to remember when it comes to photography, painting with light. But yeah, obviously you need to remember the best times of day and stuff, and all to do with making the diffuse light. Harsh light is no good. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to sign out of this video then. My first Easter extravaganza. So this will be obviously released on the Friday. I'm off to a place now, once I've had a bit of a rest, for Saturday's video. And tomorrow, 2 more for Sunday and Monday. One of them might be from back down here, who knows. So yeah, obviously if you've liked the video, do give us the old thumbs up, and drop some subscribe from down the bottom as well, obviously, for the rest of the Easter weekend videos. And yeah, this is Mike out. Take care, be safe everyone. Peace.